Hi, folks. Some of you guys know I was just over in Slovakia, just got back last night. So I wanted to comment on some of the stuff that had happened while I was gone. Now, some of you guys may know that Senator Ron Johnson had hosted a Senate roundtable on basically the state of the nation's chronic disease epidemic. And, you know, people like Dr. Mark Harmon, Jordan Peterson, Michaela Peterson, Callie Means, Chris Palmer, Jillian Michaels, the Food Babe, and some of the other people were there testifying. And you know, I didn't watch the whole 4-hour testimonial. The gist of it was that, yes, chronic disease is out of hand in this country. We've got everything from runaway obesity rates to mental health illnesses and so on and so forth. All these various conditions, autoimmunity, cancer, all on the rise, right? And the premise was that, look, the food system is largely contributing to it. We've got ingredients that are here, illegal here in the United States, but banned in countries like Europe, thousands of those ingredients. And so we have, basically the cheapest, perhaps most harmful ingredients in our food supply. And I think that's a fairly, I think there's some decent evidence to suggest that that's a real problem, and it probably contributes to that. And the hope is that this will spur Congress, the Senate, the legislature, to take this seriously and undergo some significant reforms. Now, I'm hopeful, but yet somewhat skeptical of how this will play out. It's good that we're getting a lot of education out there. That's neat. That's obviously what I spent all day, every day, basically doing, educating people on the need for improving our nutrition just so we can improve our health. And I think that's undoubtedly true. Now, this is the response that we've seen so far. So the media largely has ignored this event. This is maybe, some people would argue, a very historic testimonial. A place like the Atlantic, where they said it's a bunch of woo-woo people, talking about nonsense. Basically, this is how the media is portraying either complete ignorance or basically disdain for people. And as you wonder, well, who's behind that? Well, probably a pretty accurate statement to say that the media is basically a propaganda arm of Big Pharma, Big Food. I mean, we know that. We look at who spends all the advertising dollars on TV and sponsors all these drugs, those drug companies and food companies, right? And the other thing is that there was a press release around this event, and basically the sort of summary was that yes, chronic disease is getting out of hand. It's a real bad situation, and therefore we need bipartisan support in order to ensure that Medicare pays for Ozempic for everybody. I mean, this is basically, it's a problem. Oh, we need more pharmaceuticals, of course. That's the answer. And as you guys may know, or if you don't know, for every single member of Congress, there's something like 3 federal lobbyists there. So, this is what we're up against, guys. Yes, the chronic disease problem is enormous. Yes, fixing the food supply would help. But again, there's so much corporate capture and corporate money and basically, I want to go as far as almost bribery among our legislature to continue that, in that vein. So be aware of that. So again, as I've said before, it's still up to you guys. The biggest thing we can do is stop supporting these companies, stop giving them our money. Every time you give $1 to one of these processed food companies, it's more power you've given them, more power to dictate the eventuality of the food supply, right? So support your local ranchers, support your local farmers, buy ingredients or buy foods with single ingredients, make your own, learn how to cook. Change your relationship with food. Convenience the convenience factor of convenience food is killing you. Going out to restaurants, going out to fast food places are in many ways killing you. Slowly, over time, albeit, right? All right, guys. That's what I have to say this morning. Hopefully you guys are doing well. We'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.